The sun is setting on the second day of Oppikoppi 2014, and MK gets the chance to chat to Sarah Blasco.
Glasgow, yes. Correct, thank you.
Okay, Sarah, welcome to Oppikoppi. Yeah, you said you only arrived 50 minutes ago. How has your experience been thus far?
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I poured myself a gin and tonic, and that's about it, yeah.
Now, have you played other major festivals around the world? And how do you think Oppikoppi in South Africa will kind of compare to that?
I don't really know. I mean, I've heard that it's pretty wild and outrageous here, so I'm kind of looking forward to experiencing that. But yeah, I have played at a lot of festivals. I'm from Australia, I'm from Sydney. Yeah, I guess I've played at most festivals in Australia, but I've played a lot in Europe as well. Yeah, I've kind of played all over the place, so when I got the invitation to play here, I thought it'd be pretty amazing. Yeah, I've never been to South Africa, so yeah.
How long have you been in South Africa, and what's the experience kind of been like?
I just got here on Monday, and we played a show in Cape Town with Cat Power and Willie Mason, which was really fantastic. Yeah, we were all really blown away by the response of the audience, you know, particularly you coming and, you know, feeling like people probably don't know who you are at all, and then feeling like people giving you a standing ovation was quite amazing. And then, yeah, I've just really been struck by the natural beauty. Cape Town was a beautiful city, and then we're staying about 45 minutes from here in a beautiful resort. So I feel very, very happy to be here.
I feel very jealous.
Oh, yes.
We're camping in the dust.
Yeah.
But were you surprised to find that there's not actually tigers and elephants in our backyards and in our gardens?
I've got to say I'm a little bit disappointed, yeah, to be perfectly honest, yeah. We saw some giraffes today and some zebras, and we were very excited by that, yeah.
Sarah, for those that kind of are like not known with your music, how would you in a nutshell kind of just put it together, just to kind of introduce them to Sarah Blasco?
I find that very hard to do, because it's like trying to explain your personality or something, because I've got some pretty different sides to my musical personality, because I suppose on the one hand I love, you know, cheesy pop music and musical theatre, like I love musicals, and then on the other hand I like really dark, aggressive, ugly music. So I don't know, all of those things kind of just go into what you do somehow. But I think that there's elements of folk and jazz and pop in my music, but I don't know, it's a bit of a mixed vibe. It's hard to explain, but yeah, I just do what I feel like, I suppose. But
what can we expect from your show tonight? Because we're very, very excited.
Again, it's a really hard thing to be able to explain. I mean, I feel like I suppose there's a bit of drama involved in the music, and there's a lot of hand gestures like this. I don't know. It's hard to explain that, but I think there is a drama to the music that comes out live in a very kind of I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, you know, a moving experience or something that people can resonates with people, or can relate to, I suppose.
When was the first time you kind of realized, this is it, I want to be a musician? Was there a profound moment that you can think of now?
Yeah, probably when I was 16. I had a really religious upbringing, and that was probably the first place I got into music. And we did these like weird trips overseas, like as a church group when I was a teenager. And it was pretty strange thing to do. But I think it was then I realised how music is such a universal thing, and it touches people in a way that a lot of other things can't. It's, you know, it's lyrics, but then there's just something that it goes beyond words. And I think that was that time, you know, because we went overseas. We went to France, I think, and I realised people responded to music regardless of whether they could understand what you were talking about. So that was probably a significant time. But then it was sort of like, well, how do you go about doing that, you know? And it's many years of just playing countless shows in in square box kind of pubs, you know, to 3 people. But yeah.
Okay, now you started out in a band, and I will make a complete fool of myself if I try and pronounce it because Afrikaans, English is sometimes lacking. Yeah. So yeah, tell us a bit about how you got started with that band. And I read somewhere that something weird happened, and then you kind of moved into another band. That I think I can pronounce. Syria.
Oh yeah, that was like a weird solo project. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I got started in a band like with my sister and some friends, and it was a weird sort of hodge, like just a weird mix of styles. And but I think I learnt from being in a band that actually I didn't want to be in a band. I wanted to kind of have that freedom to sort of shift between recordings, and there's a real freedom to being a solo artist that you know, being in a, you know, I think unless you're absolutely, you're with a bunch of people that have, you know, very, have a real shared sort of sense of what you want to do with music, I think then it works, but otherwise it's just kind of a mess. So it was like that for me. And so that's why I kind of ended up going solo, and I kind of like, you know, I guess like a lot of people who are solo artists, you know, you're a little bit of a control freak or somebody that likes to just do things your own way, whether it's right or wrong, you know. Democracy sometimes doesn't work.
No, just go for complete anarchy. Okay, now you released your last album in 2012, if I'm correct. Yeah. What have you been... what have you been doing since? Because it's been 2 years kind of since the last release, so what have you been up to?
I've just been playing lots of shows. I haven't really stopped. I did a big, because the last record has an orchestra on it. I recorded most of it in Bulgaria. And yeah, so I did a whole bunch of shows with the orchestras, which was amazing. And then I travelled mostly around Europe, did lots of shows. And since then, I guess I'm just like trying to write a new record, and I've been doing some film stuff, starting to get into doing scores for films as well, which is something that really interests me, yeah. Emco Eslaka. Hi, I'm Sarah Blasco, and this is Emco Opikopi 2014.